organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Just ahead on this Thursday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV, we have numerous reactions to the Donald Trump presidency. Find out who spoke out next. Plus later we have a look at a new initiative for the city that passed with sweeping numbers.
We take a look at men's basketball as they get ready to officially start their season tomorrow.
We have all of the latest local and national news headed your way. You're watching Daily Iowan TV. Good morning and thank you for tuning in to another edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Keaton Fuller. Following a loss in the general election to Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton spoke to supporters Wednesday, calling for the president-elect to be given the chance to lead. President Barack Obama also responded to Trump's victory, saying, "We are all now rooting for his success in uniting and leading the country." President Obama's comments come just days after he said Trump is unfit to lead the country. Trump and President Obama are scheduled to meet at the White House today. President Obama and Secretary Clinton gave their responses to the Trump presidency, and the stock market saw its own reaction. Futures for the Dow Jones Industrial Average saw a decline by nearly 900 points during the hours leading up to Trump's victory. Since then, the numbers increased throughout Wednesday, coming into about 50 points away from a record high close. Markets in Asia were also affected as the stocks briefly dropped before leveling off during the day. Wednesday evening, the University of Iowa sent out an email reporting an act of hate speech. The incident occurred on Wednesday morning in Burge Residence Hall. A racist remark was written on the door of one student's dorm room. The UI Police Department has been notified and is investigating the situation. In the email sent out, UI officials reiterated that hate speech will not be tolerated on campus. A group of UI students gathered yesterday afternoon on the Pennacrest in an effort to come together and share the message of love. Love Trump's hate! Love Trump's hate! Love Trump's hate! A widespread range of groups, including minority, disabled, and LGBTQ students, aren't giving up on their voices being heard because of the outcome of the presidential election. Students held signs promoting equality and supporting all people. Others gave speeches that aimed to encourage their peers and remind them that they matter.
We feel like we aren't really given the opportunity to speak out, and I want people to know just because others don't want us here, we're still here and we still have a voice. We can still make a difference and have an impact in people's lives.
Nearly 300 people turned out to the event, which is sure to be the first of many in the coming months. Well, while the political climate has been intense here on campus all week, I'm curious about the actual climate. For more, we've got Noah Gowdy standing by in the weather studio. Noah, what can you tell us?
Well, Keaton, just like the election, everything's starting to cool down a little bit out here with the temperature. So now let's get to today's forecast. This morning, we are feeling some chilly temperatures in the mid-40s, but by this afternoon, we should be seeing temperatures around 64 degrees with clear skies. This evening, those clear skies are going to stick around, and the temperature is going to drop down to around 52 degrees. Tomorrow morning, we can expect to see temperatures around 43 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Now let's take a look at our 6-day extended forecast. Friday is going to kick off what looks to be like a chilly weekend with a high of 54 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Saturday, the high for the day is 53 degrees, but around game time at Kinnick, that temperature is going to be dropping down to around 40 degrees. Sunday, we can expect the temperatures to be in the lower 60s with clear skies. Moving into next week, Monday and Tuesday, we are expecting to see highs in the lower 60s, and Wednesday, those temperatures are expected to stay about the same with highs in the upper 50s. That's all we have for you today in the weather studio. Back to Keaton at the desk.
Iowa City voters support Measure C. Local residents have voted to reduce the amount of signature requirements to submit initiatives and referendum petitions. The number of signatures needed has gone from 25% to 10% of those in attendance at the previous city election. Local ballots showed 16,439 votes in support and 11,922 votes against the measure. The unofficial result, 58% of voters said yes to the passing of Measure C. The University of Iowa Graduate Student Union is requesting the Board of Regents to raise the minimum pay on student employees and eliminate mandatory fees. The initial proposal asks for full tuition scholarships for all union employees and a total fee reimbursement. The graduate students are demanding a greater contribution from the employer and dependents and better health coverage for infertility treatment. Transgender care as a basic human right should also be covered. In addition, the proposal requests a guarantee of full funding until the degree completion. Graduate students are looking for a better relationship between the university and the students based on positive treatment of graduate students. The Board of Regents will be presenting a counter-proposal on November 15th. The UI Parking and Transportation Department has come up with yet another way to get students and faculty around campus. UI rideshare was designed to match students and faculty traveling the same route so that they can go together. Reporter Alexis Tanzi found out how it works.
The University Parking and Transportation Services have come up with a program to help students, staff, and faculty commute together. UI rideshare was designed to match people who are heading the same way to reduce the amount of cars being used, keep campus parking lots more open, and even find travel buddies for commuters. Rideshare is just one of the tools UI Parking and Transportation offers to get students where they need to go.
The particular one is focusing on transit. We think that they're interconnected because we hope that students and employees can use one of those methods to get part way and then the other method to get the rest of the way.
Rideshare accounts can only be created with a university ID and password to ensure that the only people using this program are employees or students. Creating a rideshare account is safe, free, and easy.
University students, faculty, and staff can just go to our website and sign in with their Hawk ID and password. They can create a profile and then enter their origin and destination, and it'll start searching for others to have the same commute for them.
UI Rideshare is a program that allows more students and faculty to get around campus with fewer vehicles. This program has only been around for a few weeks now, but Michelle Ribble says over 180 rideshare accounts have been created. This is Alexis Tanzi, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, one place that people are going to be looking for a ride to this Friday is Carver Hawkeye Arena. For more on Hawkeye basketball, we've got Aaron Erickson standing by in the sports studio. Aaron, what can you tell us?
Keaton, it's hard to believe that basketball season is already here, but it's time to get to Hawkeye sports now. Here with basketball, it's the exhibition game with one exhibition game already under their belt. Coach McCaffrey and the team are finding ways to capture a win tomorrow for their season opener. And Olivia Corbett has more.
After a 95-73 lead over Regis University, the men's basketball team is getting ready to undergo their season opener this Friday. All week, the team has been working on being more consistent in all aspects of the game.
We have to get more consistent with our execution offensively, whether that be our half-court offense, our transition game, our ball movement. Defensively, same thing. Post defense, transition pickup, communication defensively. I mean, all of that kind of stuff. It's okay at times.
Better defensively, more consistency defensively. This team is talented. Even though we're young, we're very talented and we can score the ball pretty well, but it's going to be important that we play good defense this year. And so these next two games, we're going to focus on just getting stops on defense, multiple stops, and just not allowing our defender to score.
Regis is a good team, but we just got to be more sound defensively, and our efforts got to be there throughout the whole game and not just in spurts. So just improvement in those areas, and I think we'll be happy.
I think we're prepared. It's the first game, so it's going to be first game jitters for the freshmen, and as for older guys too, it's the first game. Everybody's pretty excited, but everyone come out prepared and play hard and just do what we do.
I think a very difficult test for us right out of the gate, for a team that will be ready to go.
The Hawkeyes open up their regular season this Friday against Kennesaw State in nightcap of an Iowa doubleheader. Reporting outside of Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Olivia Corbett, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Now this will be the first time Iowa and Kennesaw State meet, making the first game of the season even that more exciting. Hawkeye swimmer Emma Sugstad has begun her final season of her historic career here at Iowa. Taylor Van Fleet has more from CRWC.
Emma Sugstad has had a record-breaking career as a Hawkeye swimmer. She holds school record times for the 50-yard freestyle, 100 and 200-yard breaststroke, and the 200-yard individual medley. But heading into her final season, she has one thing in mind.
I want to be an All-American. I want to be top 8. I want to make that podium. Every year I always get one step closer to the next step, but I never quite get it.
Last season, Sogstad finished 9th in the 100-yard breaststroke at the NCAA Championships, just barely missing out on her chance to finish in the top 8.
It drove me nuts because I was so close, but yet now that just fuels my fire, and now I want it even more, and I'm going to get top 8 my senior year, and I'm going to work as hard as I can for it.
Sophomore Devin Jacobs is off to an outstanding start as a Hawkeye swimmer. Already ranking high in the record books for the breaststroke and individual medley, she says having Emma to look up to has made a big impact on her young career.
She's been a really big influence on my training this year. She always encourages me to take the next step, and it's really helpful to be able to chase after her in practice.
Sogstad had shoulder surgery this past summer that caused her to miss out on competing at the Olympic time trials. But she will be one of 4 Hawkeyes competing at the USA College Challenge this weekend in Indianapolis.
I have a faithful God that's giving me another opportunity to swim on this Olympic type stage, and I am so excited to represent the Hawkeyes, to represent Team Jesus, and represent Iowa in general.
From the CRWC, this has been Taylor Van Fleet, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Like Taylor mentioned, Sogstad will be competing alongside 3 other Hawkeyes this weekend at the USA College Challenge in Indianapolis. Senior track runner Aaron Mallett is heading into his final season with the Hawkeyes, and although he had many successes last season, he is aiming even higher for his last run. Taylor Cassian has more.
A big season is quickly approaching for senior hurdler Aaron Mallett. With only 2 seasons to go in his Hawkeye running career, Mallett is excited and ready for the start of the indoor track season on December 3rd.
I think the season last year went pretty well. Got an indoor title at the Big Ten Championship in the 60-meter hurdles, and then defended my outdoor title, which was a lot of fun. Then got to be a part of the 4x1, so that was a lot of fun. I wish I would have been able to deliver more at NCAAs and stuff like that. I didn't make the final this year, but I made it indoor, so I'm just gonna, that's my goal this year, is to make it back indoor and get into that 60-meter hurdle final and try to go for it all.
In his 2016 outdoor season, Mallett was 2-time second-team All-American, 2-time Big Ten champion, and NCAA qualifier, winning the 110-meter hurdles and anchoring in a winning 4x1 relay.
I think the biggest thing for us is we want to go in as a team and really want to win that Big Ten championship. We have, a lot of good guys that came in, and then a lot of guys that are returning. So I really think we have a good shot at winning the Big Ten title this year. And that, if we did that as a team, that'd be a lot of fun. Plus, I want to go in, defend my title and stuff like that. That'll help with the team points.
Mallett has high expectations for not only himself, but for the team as a whole. He and the team have been training hard in order to achieve these goals.
Lifting a lot more weight than I have been. Really pushing the weight this year. I think I gained 3 or 4 pounds, so that's good for me. So really just pushing the weight, making sure I get more explosive, stronger, and execute my race like I always have.
Mallett looks forward to the start of the upcoming season quickly approaching, looking to defend his Big Ten titles while aiming for more. There is no hurdle too high for this Hawkeye team to try and achieve this upcoming season. Reporting from the outdoor track, this has been Taylor Cassian, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Mallett and the Hawkeyes are ready to kick off their indoor season on January 7th when they host the Border Battle. Tune in tomorrow for the pregame show. Keaton, let's throw it back to you at the desk.
After last night's astonishing win for President-elect Donald Trump, widespread talk about people fleeing the country may not be a rumor. This became apparent it wasn't a joke or a drill at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The Canadian immigration website crashed 2 times when the reports of Trump's victory circulated throughout the night. That's your news for this Wednesday morning. If you're looking for more coverage of news and sports happening in the area, be sure to visit our website, daily-iowan.com. And don't forget to grab a copy of today's Daily Iowan paper to hear students' reactions to the presidential election and for an update on Dance Marathon. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Keaton Fuller. Thanks for watching and have a good day.